Well, hello, Brendan, Joyce. I see a couple other everybody. Please put in your comments. And make sure you put your name if it says Facebook user. Hi, Wendy. Good morning. I don't know who that user is. Please put your name if it says Facebook user with you. Can you put your name in your comment? Just so I know who's here. And Ramona. So we got people coming on. That's good. Well, it's Christmas week. Is everybody ready for Christmas? I have to wrap presents today after I get off of here. I haven't done that yet, but I don't have a lot to wrap because I have grandkids that want money. So, hi, Mary Lou. Ramona, your name shows up on your as you. But anyway, what I want to tell you is January 4th, the new catalog will be going live. If most people, hopefully your demonstrators sent them to you. If you're not a demonstrator, is this catalog right here. It will be going live it starts January 4th. So be looking for that along with the celebration catalog. If you are somebody that orders for me and you don't have your catalog yet, let me know and I will get one to you. So you'll have it by the 4th. That's important. It's got some cute stuff in it. In fact, this paper is one out of the celebration that we're going to be using. I'm going to bring my camera down just a little bit so you can see it a little larger. There we go. Hi, Dawn. Not seeing anyone but you. Well, there's a lot of people on. We have 15 people on here right now, Ramona. So we've got a lot of people. Hi, Holly. So, and Don, we have all kinds of people. So that's good. But anyway, I wanted to tell you that. And I want to tell you that I'm going to do a fundraiser in January. I started to say June. My gosh, I'm getting way ahead of myself. Hi, Rose and Gail. But I'm going to be doing a fundraiser in January. So I want to tell you about it. It's going to start with the new catalog. And it's going to be on kits. And what it's going to be is I'm going to donate part of my commission for every kit bought through me or my online store to the food pantry at my church. Food is getting very costly for us to buy, and I figure anything we can add to that as far as money, then we have it. So I just listed some pictures of the some of the kits because some people don't know we have kits. I will be sending out an email for this. I'll be putting it on my groups and everything, so it's going to actually have the links to everything you would need. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it on January 4th. Need to have orders in no later than January 12th. If you're not comfortable ordering online, you can order through me. And then we will have, once all kits are received, which should be by the date I have here, we'll get together at my church, Allison Avenue Baptist Church, on Saturday, January 27th, with a backup date of February 3rd. The because we never know what the weather will be. Starting at 11 o'clock, you can bring your kit along with some munchies to share, and we'll all kit together. We'll put some kits together. Most kits are inclusive. They do not have glue. They have glue dots in that. But if you prefer glue, you'll need to bring a paper glue, or I'll have some at the church to buy. And then all my information's at the bottom. But this will be on all of my sites later today, but it will not start until January 4th with the new catalog. And the reason being is because of celebration. If somebody wanted to buy more stuff and a kit, then they would get a celebration item. So that's why it's not starting till then. So that's my news about that. Here is the card I'm going to be doing. I call it a pop-out panel card because you pop it out. It'll sit up, and I like to sit it up with the little things behind it because then it looks like that sitting on a mantle or wherever, table, whatever you want it on. But anyway, that is my card. It's really easy to do. There it is laying down. The paper I used is called Flight and Airy, and all the pieces on the front side, let me start back here, it's easier. You'll see the fresh freesia, that's what I'm using, and here's birds. Here's a really pretty one. They're all flowered prints on the back, most of them. There's a couple that's not. Here are birds you can cut out. Got them sideways. Then here's one with some blue. There's other birds. We're using this one, and that's the birds that have. Here's a really pretty green leaf. And there's the birds on it. And then we are using this one. And there's other birds. So that's what we're using today. It's really pretty paper. Hi, Joyce and Lisa and Edie. There's lots of people today. So anyway, this is the paper I'm using. Let me get it out of my way. I got so much stuff laying over here. It's not funny. My goodness. Here's the card I made. Here's one of the other. Here's the original one I did. And it's using the another paper that's in Celebration. And then, of course, just pull it out. But anyway, we're going to start on these. You can send your card this way, hide whatever, put a focal point here or to the side. I like it with the front showing, so that's how I'm going to be doing it today. Okay, we are going to get started. My PDF will come up at 10:30 on Stamp Crazy VIP. There will be a link to it in post, or you can go to the files and get it. So that is that. Also, I made a template for mine just so I could have it because I'm visual. I just like visuals. Once I get something made, I need, especially a fun fold, I need a visual. And I wrote everything on here to go to keep with my fun fold stuff. So, and then there, of course, and I did put a picture of it here, how it opens up. So, there we go. That is that, ladies. Now we're going to get started. I'm going to need my score out here because we are going to be scoring. I didn't score last night. You're going to take 2 pieces of cardstock, 8 1/4 by 4 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, and you're going to score at 2, 4 1/4, and 6. I've made about 13 of these cards. You think I would just know it off the top of my head, and I do, but I always second guess myself. So I'm going to score at 2, 4 1/4, and 6. So we got 2, 4 1/4, and 6. So we're going to do that on this other one, and that's all the scoring we have to do. 2, 4 1/4, 6. What I do, oh, I forgot to put it on single screen. This is gone. There you go. Can you hear me now? Okay, I should be up. Okay, you can hear me, you can see me. Okay, so what I did when I went full screen was just folded my cards, which I did a valley fold here, then a valley fold here, and a mountain fold back here on both of them. Okay, then I've turned them to where these match. There we go. So that's that so far. I'm gonna move this over here out of my way for a minute. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock that's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. That is my front panel that's right here on this card. That's this panel right here. So what we're going to do, and you can do this two ways. You can eyeball it because you're going to glue this here and here. But when you turn that over, there's actually a little gap because that you're going to see on the side of your card. When you see this, when I put that on there, there's going to be a little bit of a gap. What I like to do with this, and it's optional, you don't have to, I took a ruler because I get carried away with stuff, and I marked it at 2 1/8 because that is the half of 2 1/4. So I just put 2 lines, doesn't matter where it's at, but right there to kind of show me where the middle is. Like I said, it's optional. You can eyeball it. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to take and I'm going to put glue right here on my 2-inch panel. As soon as I can get the glue down in my bottle. I've been trying to work on a lot of stuff. So I've been using a lot of glue. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take it and I'm going to glue that panel right at that score line or that mark. And then I'm going to bring this one, and it doesn't matter which way I had it up or down. And I'm going to take and put glue on that one, and I'm going to glue it right over here. And that should be I got it glued on there wrong, guys. Well, should be the fold in there. So I'm going to peel it off because it's not going to matter what it looks like. Good thing it's just a 2-inch panel. I can still use it. If you ever made a mess on the back of your card and used it anyway, nobody's going to see it. Okay, I forgot I want to leave my fold on that end. So I'm going to glue again. And then I'm going to take it to I thought that didn't look right once I did it. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put my fold line right to that mark. When I do that, I'm going to stand that up and I'm going to make sure that these are pretty even, and it will, my 4 1/4 piece might be off, and therefore I'll trim it in a minute if I need to. So I'm going to take and I'm going to put glue on this one. And it's on this one. Yep, that's what I want. My glue right there. Okay. I'm going to make sure I had it right. Those folds are, one side is bigger than the other, but it's hard to tell. And I think it's more harder with the white. But all the cards I've made with this, I've made with white as my background. So I've not tried a color to see what that would be. You're going to bet this up against the other one. There we go. And I don't know if you can see it now, but can you see the score line away from this line? There's a little bit of a border on each side. And that's what you want in your end result. You just want the folds in the middle together. Okay. So there we go with that. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to go ahead and put my stuff on the front, which I got a piece. This is 4¼ by 4¼ So I got a piece of fresh freesia. That's 4 by 4. Hi, Annette. I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. So we're going to take and we're going to just center this into our front. Then I'm going to put my birds. And on the other side is a fresh freesia of DSP, but I didn't want to waste my DSP putting it front and back using bigger pieces. So I cut cardstock. And then we're going to put the birds on here. Isn't that nice and springy on this cold day? There we go. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cover our panels. And the reason why I put this on first is I want to show you something. With mine, I cover these back panels, even though you don't see them much except for when it's standing. I don't know if you can see that back there instead of leaving it white, but I'm going to show you the difference because these two panels back here can be optional on if you cover them or not. Okay, so what I have 4 pieces that measures 2 by 4, and that goes on that spot, then behind there. That's the bigger spots. Then I have 2 pieces that's 1½ by 4 that goes on the smaller panels. So let's just glue these in. I won't glue the center ones in because I'm going to show you what it looks like in white behind it. I actually like the color, and I know it's using more of the DSP, but you know, sometimes it's just what we do. The color on this paper is pecan pie, and the reason why I chose it is because of the branches. I thought that looked pretty to bring out kind of the branches that they're sitting on instead of mute the colors. And I wanted it to show when my card was in the envelope, so that's why it's on the outside. So, you know, you do have to do a little bit of thinking about that, what you want to show more on your card. And so there's those 2. Now we'll do the other side. Hate to cover up all the birds, but you know, they're birds. What can I say? You gotta cover them up. There's too many birds on this paper. So we're gonna put this one here. Then we'll put this one, and then I'm gonna stand it up and just show you the difference. And you can tell me what you like when you see this. Okay, there I left it white behind there. So see all that white behind there? Well, let me fold this up really good first. I'm going to have to do this because I've been playing with it so much. So I'm trying to make all the scores good on it. So now when I open that, can you see the white behind there as opposed to the color showing behind it? So which do you like best? Like all that white? Or do you like the color? That color is dark, so it's hard for you to see back there. But I'll open it a little bit more. There you can see it. So that's what it looks like with the color. Let's open that with the white, and then there's the white behind it. I'm glad you guys are saying color because I really like the color behind it too. And I thought, am I just wasting DSP and nobody will notice it? Because, you know, that's kind of a waste too. So here we're going to put our colors behind there. So all I got to do is just fold that over this way. Put that behind there. And you could do this step before you put the front on if you wanted to. But I wanted to show you the white. So, but I usually put the card together and then do that. I thought it looked unfinished too, Joyce. I just was like, it's missing something. And the one I saw that somebody made on the internet, she left all of hers white. And I'm like, I just don't like all that white space. But I'm like that when I make cards. I got to cover up white space a lot. So now we have our, now we have to do this again because I just, so where would you sign your name? That's a good question, Lisa. You can do a couple different things with that. My thing, what I would do with it is I would sign on the back. I would actually sign at these back panels right here. You could put a message back here. If you left that white, you could sign it, sign low so it doesn't show. Or you could sign on the back of your cards right back here. You know, and I think when people get a card like this, they look for who sent it. They're gonna look for a name on it. They're gonna turn it this way and that way. And so let's finish doing the front of this. Now I used also, it's called perennial postage, which is just sentiments. And I'm using big hugs. I like this set for a lot of people because of Mother's Day. I don't make Mother's Day cards. I haven't had my mom with me since I was 35 years old, so I never. When my sister was alive, sometimes I'd make her a Mother's Day card, but other than that, I just haven't gotten into making them. But I like it because it has that, because you don't always get a saying with Mother's Day on there. So I'm using this set. It does have dies that goes with it, but I did not use them. I used the deckled circles. We're using the pecan pie ink because I thought it really went well. And we're using a pecan pie circle here. This is new trim. I want to show you. It's called faux leather trim. It's in the new catalog. You see it's got a sparkle to it, but it is a leather trim. So I just put it across my card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to cut this just a hair longer because it can stretch. And putting this on, I wasn't sure if glue would hold it because one thing, it's thick, because it is just thick like a piece of leather. And you don't have to worry about which side you get on there because they're both glittery. So I took my glue dots and I just laid this out to put my first. So what I did was I just used my fingers and I rolled it and I put it at pretty much at the edge, and I just laid that on there. Your fingers will stick to it, but just, and make sure you get your glue dots all on the same side that your stuff doesn't roll. And I'm just rolling my glue dots. I find it easier to do this part with my fingers. And you can smash them down once you get these on here. Now I put quite a few. I put like 5 or 6 of them on here because I didn't want that to flop around any. The last one I'm not going to put on until I get it down, and then I'll cut it and put a slide of glue dot, or yeah, a glue dot in under it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these. They're all basically behind my trim. So I'm going to take my trim. Nope, I see a piece of that one. So I'm going to take my trim and I'm going to put it about right here. Need to pull it down just so I can see. And then I'm going to flatten it out. And if I need to pick it up a minute, I can. It's one thing good about the glue dots. And now I've got, see how that flattened out more once I did that? And that is why I made sure I had extra trim on here and stuff. So now I'm going to cut that. Then I'm going to take a glue dot, my last one. I'm still using these glue dots that they got in wrong. And then I'm going to turn this over just a little bit and stick that close to the end. Get it off of my finger. It's really wanting to stick. That's okay. And then I'll take and I'll put that down. And it will hold it because this one's been made and it's not gone anywhere. It's not lifted up or any whoops or not lifted up or anything. So it works. I was just afraid to try glue. You could if you want to do that. I just didn't want to. And then what I did, I took my 2 circles and I already have them cut. And we're going to stamp the word big hugs. And big hugs could mean anything. It could be big hugs because you're down, big hugs because it's your birthday. I want to give you a birthday hug. It could be anything. So I'm just going to ink that in the pecan pie. And I'm going to stamp it. Let's make sure I get all my little corners. There we go. So we have our big hug stamped. And what I did with that was used a lot of, oh goodness, this is a tight. And you ever get one that doesn't want to shut? That's that one right there. Let me get my glue dot or dimensionals. Right here they are. So what I did was I put a dimensional on the back of this one, just in the center, no big deal. These cards are pretty fast to make. I got them all cut out and then did my folds on them, and then when I put them together it was really good. Now I want to make sure that I got big hugs straight because I'm going to turn that over because I want a dimensional at the top and at the bottom. Because of that trim being thick, I want the trim to run through the center there so that it's not all crazy looking. And then I'm just going to put that down and press on my dimensionals, and that way it holds it. It looks all the same width up. Then I'm going to take, these are called tinsel gems, the 3-pack. There's a 3-pack and a 4-pack of tinsel gems. This is the 3-pack, and it has 2 of the colors. It's got Fresh Freesia and Lost Lagoon. It's actually got them all. It's got the Misty Moonlight too, which works with the birds. You could put the blue, the Fresh Freesia, or you can use this Lost Lagoon because there's Lost Lagoon in that paper, the darker shade. So I put the Fresh Freesia on this one. I think on this one I'm going to do Misty Moonlight, just to be different. Just to be different. Plus it will probably bring out more in the card. It's got a hole there. Let's do right here. So there is our card. That's all there is to it. Just tuck it back there. You can sit it out And then when you sit it, I'm picking it up. That's exactly what it looked like facing me. So it's a neat little card. Mails real easy. I mailed, I was in a swap and actually did this for the swap. And I mailed 10 of them. And so far, everybody said they've gotten them. So I haven't had any trouble with that. I just put one stamp on it, sent it through the post office. That's how I do all my cards. I don't go ask them if I need anything. And so far, I've been very lucky. I haven't had to redo postage on anything. So, but there's my 2 cards, and then here's my other one and the other paper that I did, which is really pretty too. This is with that simply the rose one, stippled rose. This is the paper matches that stippled rose, I think. But anyway, it's really pretty too. It's got some pretty colors in it. It's got Pebbled Path, which is like one of my very favorites. So anyway, that's our card today, ladies. I hope you like it. I'll go through the names of everybody because I'll be able to see names, even if it says Facebook user. When I go and look at messages, I can usually see the name of that. So with that being said, I will pick a winner today. I will send this card out today. So like I said, this is all stuff in the up and coming mini catalog. The stamp set. This is the trim is in the mini catalog, but the paper is a celebration item, free with $50. So if you came on late, go back, watch replay so you can see the very beginning. I do talk about a fundraiser I'm going to have to raise money for the food pantry at my church. Oh, the other papers on the way. I love the papers they have in the celebration catalog. They have a lot of DSP in there, and I really have pretty much liked every one of them that's in there. So, and that'll be fun to play with. But anyway, I think that's all I've got today. I hope all of you guys have a very Merry Christmas this year. And because I won't be back till next Tuesday, the day after Christmas, I'm planning on having a good Christmas. I'm planning on getting done early. If it's only a day early, if I'm done the day before Christmas Eve, it's a day early for me. Because I'm always thinking of things at the last minute and I want to get everything done just to enjoy the last few days. So I'll be wrapping presents today and getting that stuff done. So here's our card, So there we go. And everyone, enjoy your week. Be safe, especially if you're traveling. And I'll see you next Tuesday, I hope. I'll be here. I hope you guys are here too. So you all have a nice day. And before you leave, if you don't mind, if you share my video, I would love it. Give me hearts and thumbs and all that stuff. I would really, really appreciate it. And we will see you all later. Bye.